Hey everyone, welcome to class. Today we're doing a forward fold flow. I dare you to say that 3 times fast. And we're focusing on forward folds, big surprise. Now I think a lot of times when we think of yoga classes and detoxing, we think just of twisting, which is totally cool because we do that a lot and that makes sense. But forward folds are actually another big component of any kind of detoxing yoga class. So we're focusing mainly on that today. You don't need any special props, and whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start in child's pose. So flip over, bring your feet together, knees apart, sit the hips back, and drop the forehead down. And we're just going to let the upper body kind of fold forward for now. You don't have to do a whole lot with the arms and shoulders, just relax. We'll start to come into the natural rhythm of our breath. So breathing in fully and breathing all the way out. And just take a couple more breaths here. When you're ready, keep the legs as they are, but walk the hands in a little bit. Take the knees actually a little bit wider than you normally do. You're going to take the left hand to the outside of the left knee, drop the chest, and then snuggle the ribs up towards the left thigh, and reach the right arm over to the left. Now drop the chest down again. You can take the forehead down. So kind of combining a side bend, a forward fold, and a child's pose, all in one pose. Come on up. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So right hand to the outside of the right knee, snuggle the ribs up towards the right thigh, and then walk the left arm over and drop it down. So you should really feel this underneath the left side, all the way from the armpit down to the hip. And it might be any varying intensity. It just depends on how tight you are there. And slowly come back towards the center. We're going to press back to a down dog. So walk the hands forward, tuck the toes, and sit up and back in downward facing. Maybe pedal the feet out a little bit if you're really tight. We're going to take a few breaths here. So really just let yourself do whatever feels most natural. You can be still, you can move around as usual. Whatever you'd like to do works fine. I am just getting over a cold, a terrible flu, so I feel super tight doing this because I think I spent about 10 days doing absolutely nothing. We'll take a few more breaths, maybe 2 or 3. And then once you feel comfortable enough, go ahead and settle in. Whatever variation you end up settling into is fine. Just be comfortable. We'll take 1 breath in, 1 breath out. And then go ahead and look to the hands. Step the left foot between the thumbs. Take the right heel down and just stand up straight. So we're going to come into a pyramid pose, and I want you to move into it really slowly. So make sure the right toes are kind of cutting the corner here, so they're kind of facing forward to the right-ish. Left toes face forward. Now move your left hip back, your right hip forward, and come down halfway. Now only go as far until you feel something in the left hamstring. So this isn't going to be a super deep stretch. You're only coming down a little bit, just until you feel something. Don't go any further, trust me. Now once you feel something, it's not going to be very long until it starts to relax a little bit. Now you'll notice that as it starts to relax, folding forward gets a little bit easier. So instead of going straight into your full ability, even if you can, taking it easier allows you to get there not only safer, but it allows you to get there more comfortably and more sustainably, meaning you can actually hold it for longer when you get there slower. There's a whole anatomical reason behind that, so maybe I'll blog about it, but I won't bore you with it here. Take a couple more breaths. Make sure the weight is even in both feet, so try not to lean forward into the left leg too much. And inhale, lift the chest up a little bit. Go ahead and step the right foot up to meet the left. Take a nice easy forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Bend the knees. Step the left foot really far back, a little bit different. Turn towards the side of your mat and turn both feet in towards the center. I know your left side is a little bit more stretched out than the right, but don't worry about it. Keep your back flat. Again, hands down under the shoulders. And do not let yourself go all the way down here yet. We're taking our time. So lengthening through the crown of the head. And slowly, just start to let the chest drop down. So taking it lower like 1 inch at a time. Not totally folding forward all the way right away. Just allowing gravity to do its job. Press firmly into both feet. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Turn towards the front of your mat so the right toes face forward and the left foot is down at an angle, and then stand up. Prepping for pyramid on the other side. Make sure both hips face forward, so hug the right hip back, left hip towards the front of your mat, and just come down halfway. So just kind of make an L shape with the upper body. Feel that tiny little pull in the right hamstring, and just let yourself feel that. Doesn't have to be any more than that. Engage the right quad. And notice that if you just relax without even really forcing yourself to fold forward, your body starts to relax, the muscles in the hamstrings and the hips start to soften a little bit, and that fold becomes a lot more effortless. So again, taking your time. You don't have to be at exactly the same point that I am or anybody else is. Just letting, we're going to be really cheesy now, just letting your body guide you. Fold forward when you're ready to. We'll take 2 or 3 more breaths. Make sure the pressure in each foot is even, so you're not pushing too far back or leaning too far forward. And inhale, lift the chest halfway. And since we're already facing this direction, go ahead and spin to the side of your mat. You're going to take another wide forward fold. So take the feet wide, about 3 feet apart or so. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Press into both feet firmly. And then slowly let the upper body hinge forward. So not forcing it, just letting gravity do most of the work. With each exhale, relaxing down a bit further. And inhale, lift the chest back up. Go ahead and walk the feet in towards the center. toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Bend the knees, have a seat. So once you sit down, actually stay where you are. Look at me, all a mess. Stretch the legs out to the side. So we're gonna take a seated wide forward fold. And again, it doesn't have to be like the deepest, craziest stretch you've ever done. It's just enough until you feel something. So sit up tall, make sure that you're only taking the feet as wide apart as you can stay sitting upright. So if it's really a challenge to sit upright, close the feet in a little bit. But whenever you're ready, take the hands forward and just slowly hinge down until you feel a little something and then stop. So wherever your little something is, wherever that feeling is, hold it there and just continue to breathe with each breath out, relaxing and letting it fold a little bit further. Make sure the knees and the toes stay facing up towards the sky. We're just going to take a couple more breaths. On your next breath in, sit up tall. Go ahead and fold the feet in so the soles of the feet come together and let the knees drop open. So walk the heels in towards you as close as you can comfortably get, and then just let the upper body drop forward. So you're probably not gonna get all the way to the floor here, and that's okay, that's not the goal. You're just kind of letting the chest drop until you feel something. So you might feel this in the hips, you might feel it in the lower back. Maybe even in the upper thighs, like almost towards the butt. Again, just depends on how tight you are in different places. Take one more breath in and out. On your next breath in, sit up tall. Fold the legs comfortably. Sit evenly on the hips. Let the eyes close. And take a couple more full deep breaths in and out. And on your next breath in, sweep the arms up overhead, press the hands together, and exhale them right down to the heart center, sealing it all in. And then let the eyes blink open. Namaste. So there you have it, your forward fold flow. Now make sure you invite a friend to join the Bad Yogi Club so you have a yoga buddy for next time. And also snap a picture of yourself doing your favorite pose from today's class and put it on social media using the hashtags Bad Yogi and Spring Cleaning so I can find you. Now thank you again for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here for the next class.